Good morning, YouTube. So with today's video, I'm going to give you 10 fragrances that shocked me at first sniff. Let's just get it started. First one's going to be Mercedes-Benz Select Night. I was not expecting to like this one or love this one as much as I do now. This stuff gets a lot of comparisons to Tom Ford Noir Extreme, just not the price tag. This is like, well, now it's starting to go up a little bit, but when I got mine, it was like 43 bucks. But there's like lavender, there's cardamom, there's orange blossom, some woods, vanilla, and maybe like a few other spicy notes. It's just like a nice, warm, spicy, creamy vanilla, fresh lavender, and woody fragrance. And you're also gonna get that orange blossom as well to add that white floral. But this is sexy. Like, it's so close to Tom Ford Noir Extreme. It is so close that to the untrained nose, you couldn't even tell the difference. This is a little bit more denser than the Tom Ford, but for the price tag, you can't go wrong. You could dress this one down to dressing it up. It's a great night out fragrance that has class, but sex appeal. Longevity off this is phenomenal. I get 9, 10, sometimes more hours. This is an eau de parfum concentration and it will do best in the fall and the winter time. Fragrance number 2 is going to be a niche. We will mix and match it with niche and designer, but Atkinson's Amber Empire. I ended up getting a bottle of this like back in November, and it really just did surprise me. It's more of a feminine fragrance, even though it is marketed as unisex, but at the same time, depending on where you look, some sites will say that it's feminine, while some sites will say it's unisex. But this has a nice musky note. It's got oolong tea, incense, vanilla, myrrh, and sandalwood. So this is just like a powdery, vanillic, sweet, ambery scent with some woods. It's very classy, but it has a bit of a playful touch as well. This will probably do a little bit better on the ladies out there, but if you are a modern day gentleman who takes pride in his appearance and who's a well-groomed, well-dressed man, you could rock this no problem. This is full all the way to springtime when it's still cool out. This will definitely be a little bit too warm or a little bit too cloying during the warmer spring days and especially the summertime. Longevity off this here is going to be 8 to 10 hours. Fragrance number 3, let's go back to a designer. This fragrance itself shocked the hell out of me. And there's going to be 3 fragrances from this very brand itself. So a little spoiler alert, it's going to be from Calvin Klein. But this one here is going to be Liquid Gold Euphoria. When I first smelled this, I was absolutely blown away. It was a blind buy. It's a bit of a risk, but for me this was one of the best blind buys I have ever done. This has black pepper, saffron, and sandalwood. It's very ambery in a sense, but you're gonna get loads of saffron. The saffron is the most prominent note, then it's the sandalwood, then there's like a little bit of pepper, but you're gonna get a bit of an ambery touch to this one here. It's so smooth and sophisticated. It's sexy. It has a little bit more of a mature feel, so I would say someone who is 35, 30, but 35 and up would truly appreciate this one. This is from their Middle Eastern line. Like Calvin Klein tried to do a Middle Eastern, like a Western's take on a Middle Eastern fragrance. So they have like the Pure Essence, the Pure Gold, the Calvin Klein Amber Euphoria Gold. I'm not gonna say which ones are gonna be in this video, but definitely from this brand itself, 3 fragrances. This one here, by far, is like one of my favorites in this list itself. Longevity, fantastic. 9, 10 plus hours. You can dress this one down to dressing it up. It's formal, it's sexy. I don't even know what else to say. Fragrance number 4, I love this brand and I wasn't gonna get this scent itself, but when I smelled it, I'm like, oh man, absolutely. Bond number 9's Scent of Peace. This gets a lot of comparisons to Creed Aventus, so it has that similarities, I should say. The pineapple in this is so incredibly juicy. I'm doing the Ross wave. I know. But the pineapple in this is so incredibly juicy. It's fresh, it's fruity. Besides the pineapple, you're gonna get woody notes of like cedar and juniper berries. There's some currant buds. Currant buds could be like fruity nuances, some veggies, some nutty, but for me it's more of a fruity kind of like currant buds. Throw in a little bit of vetiver, and I'm sure that there's like some lemon or some grapefruit along with bergamot. Overall, just an amazing fragrance that definitely blew me by surprise. This is spring, summertime. You could wear it all year round if you work in an office environment. This has like someone, I think that someone who's in college all the way to a grandfather can rock this. Very versatile, and like I got mine for like $130 Canadian. So when you convert that, that's like, I don't know, like 105, 110 Canadian, USD, like for a 50 ml. And like, I got it for a steal though. Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna be rocking the hell out of this in the summertime. So longevity that I got from this, the 2 times that I worn it was like 8-9 hours. Fragrance number 5, VIKTOR&ROLF Spice Bomb Extreme. This is very much like the original that came out in like 2012. This came out in 2014, 2015. So it's very similar, but it doesn't have that typical cinnamon note. It's got caraway. It's also got black pepper, vanilla, tobacco, and lavender. I find that I get a bit of a cinnamon vibe, so it's definitely like the caraway itself, but I do get a bit of a cinnamon vibe. It's, again, it's very similar to the original, just the original has that nice warm cinnamon itself. I love cinnamon. I get a little bit of cinnamon from this, so definitely the caraway is screwing with my nose. It's gotta be, unless cinnamon is just an unlisted note. But you're gonna get that nice sweet vanilla to this one here. Overall, fantastic fragrance. Fall, winter, daytime, nighttime. Sweet, seductive, but classy at the same time. Longevity, 9 to 10 hours. Fragrance number 6, Calvin Klein's Euphoria Pure Gold. So this is rose, it's woods, it's eggwood. Nothing new when it comes to the DNA, but I surprisingly like this one. I was not intending to like this one because it does have the oud itself. The oud is not overly oudy. It has more of a Trussardi amber oud to it, but it's done relatively nice. Again, just like this one here, this is a Westerner's take of a Middle Eastern fragrance. But some of the notes, rose, saffron, cardamom, oud, sandalwood, and the vanilla itself is what adds that sweetness to it. The vanilla itself is what allows me to wear this one a lot easier. If it wasn't for that vanilla, chances are I probably wouldn't really like this one. But this does have similarities, again, to Trussardi oud, but also Ferrari oud essence, which is just hard to come by. Longevity off this, 9-10 hours. This is marketed towards the men, but I do think that the women can wear it, even though that this does lean a little bit more so towards the masculinity. But because of the note breakdown and like the smell itself, the scent profile, I find that a lot of these rose oud based scents, a lot of women do rock them. So ladies, you could rock this one, no problem. Longevity, 9-10 hours. Fall, winter, very versatile, but more so for the mature crowd. Fragrance number 7, very under the radar, Creed's Asian Green Tea. This has green tea, heliotrope, black pepper, loads of different citruses, violet, it's got some musk and some sandalwood. So the heliotrope does add a little bit of a floral, a powdery touch to it, but you are gonna get other floral notes to it, whether it's jasmine or whatever, or like magnolia, I don't know. But this is a unisex fragrance that's really just a spring and summertime scent. It's casual, but I do think that you can wear it to the office. It's a very invigorating, green, citrusy, fresh scent with some musky undertones and a nice powdery floral touch to it. Longevity off this one here is gonna be 7 to 8 hours. Fragrance number 8, unfortunately, is discontinued, and I got mine for pretty much a retail price tag. Valentino UOMO Intense. This gets a lot of similarities to the original, but also to Dior Homme Intense. I haven't smelled those two fragrances, like the Valentino and the DHI, even like Dior Homme, in a long time. I don't really remember at the time liking Dior Homme, but if I revisit it, I'm sure I would like it. This stuff I absolutely love. It opens up with a nice citrus note. It's a little bit herbal with a clary sage in the opening, but it does dry down to a nice powdery, irisy, tonka bean, vanilla, leathery scent. It's very sensuous, very classy. It's a great fall and winter fragrance. I think that a young person in college could rock it, all the way to an older person. This just smells of sexuality and class. I know. Sexuality and class, they don't really go together, But this is a classy fragrance with sex appeal. You could dress this one down to dressing it up, daytime, nighttime. Longevity off this, however, is going to be 9 to 10 hours. Fragrance number 9 gets comparisons to Creed's Silver Mountain Water, and that's going to be Bond number 9's Hamptons. Yeah, there is some of that similarities, but I find that this is pretty much its own scent. There's musk, cedar, sandalwood, lime, lemon, magnolia, and Turkish rose to this scent, including like maybe 5 other notes. This just is a very bright citrusy scent with the lemon, but more so lime, or that lime linen, whatever it is. But you're also going to get some of the florals, and there is a green herbal touch to this one with a musky, woody dry down. Overall, it's spring, it's summertime, it's casual, but at the same time, it's perfect for the office. It's not a semi-formal fragrance, but if you have to wear a suit and tie to work, this is great. This is great for it. It's professional enough for the office. It is unisex, so the ladies can wear it because of that floral component, and the floral component does add that gentility feel to it. Longevity off this one here is going to be about 8 hours. Fragrance number 10, I gotta give props. If it wasn't for Kevin Samuels, I never would have gotten this one. Calvin Klein Euphoria Amber Gold. This is an herbal scent with thyme, sage, oregano. There's definitely some honey to add, some like a nice silky honey to add a little bit of sweetness to it. There's some incense, a little bit of leather, and definitely amber. It's an ambery, sweet, a little bit leathery scent with some herbal touches to it. Again, Western's take on a Middle Eastern fragrance, very mass appealing. This is a little bit more of a mature fragrance, but someone who's in their late 20s can rock it. I just find that this is more so for someone who likes to be well-groomed, well-dressed, well-mannered. This is not like your frat boy douchebag type of fragrance. So when I'm rocking this, I gotta be in my best behavior. This just adds a little bit of swagger, adds a little bit more confidence to the way that I feel. This is full in wintertime, longevity, great, 9, 10, sometimes more hours. So guys, that's it. I just gave you 10 fragrances that shocked me at first sprays, or if you want to say 10 fragrances that I loved at first smell, first whiff, whatever. Any reviews that I've done from these fragrances, they will all be down in the description box below. What videos to watch next? Well, why don't you check out this side here, and before you go, please make sure to give me one of these, as I really would appreciate it. I thank you for your time, take care, and I will see you later. Thanks for watching, everyone.